Oh yeah, mi gente. Welcome back to my Noto Live and Direct. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment if you love the content. Today's gonna be something different. Today's gonna be something different. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to Bam Rodriguez. Congratulations, 3-time world champion at 24 years old. Whew, what a fight. What a fight with him and Estrada. Oh my God, Gallo. Yo, shout out to Gallo, man. Shout out to Estrada. You put up a fight, you put Bam on the floor. Yo, Estrada, keep on boxing. Don't retire. It's not your time to retire. You just went against a very young, hungry lion, and it's his time. You know, who said it best, man? This was a saying. You have to recognize when it's your time, and you have to recognize when you're living in someone else's time. Actually, it was your moment. You got to recognize when it's your moment, and you got to recognize when you're living in someone else's moment. I believe that was Dave Chappelle, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if you'd like, no problem. I encourage that kind of stuff, which is what we're going to get into, right? Guys, obviously, we continue to talk about Ryan Garcia because he gives us the platform to do so, right? He don't stop, and we're not going to stop, right? Because with a guy like this, we grow our platforms on, no doubt, right? Even Devin Haney, Bill Haney, if you're talking about any of these dudes, right, you have a good chance of growing your platform on. No doubt, right? And let me just explain something, right? I get people in my comment box, right, that honestly, if I knew you, if you, let me not say that. If we ever met in person and had the conversations that you were trying to have with me in the comment box, you wouldn't be talking like that. You just wouldn't. And even though you talk like that, I still show respect, right? I try to show professionalism. You see, I do this, right, because I love the sport of boxing, right? I do this because you guys showed me love coming on here, and I got instant love and support. So I feel obligated to do a job that I love to do, quite frankly, right? So the late nights staying up out of bed when I could be in bed with my wife, right? The late nights researching and coming up with topics to talk to you about, reporting the news. You should be thanking me, right? You should be saying, wow, that, you know what? But see, you don't see the hard work, right? You don't see what goes into it, right? I just mentioned just the research part of it, right? And feeling obligated. I haven't mentioned the recording it. I haven't mentioned the editing it, right? I haven't mentioned there's nights I don't go to bed till 3, 4 in the morning to get these done, right? But then I get weirdos, straight weirdos in my box who want to talk to me about boxing. And I know, right? I entertain you because I love the fact that you showed me support in the first place. You watched the video. You took the time to make a comment. Maybe you even liked it. Maybe you disliked it. I really don't care if you disliked it, right? But you're engaging. So shout out to those who do that with me, right? But don't come in my box, right? Pause. Do not come in my comment box and try to talk to me about boxing if you are not ready to be put in your place. If you do not put in the work, and believe me, there are many guys out there on the tube that I could probably say, I put in a lot of hard work to do this. I'm going to be real with you. My channel not as big as theirs, but I put in just as much work, and I'm on my way there. So if you don't put in the work, if you don't actually, this is why, you know why there's a division between Ryan Garcia fans and Devin fans? because they haven't put in the work to understand what's really going on. They've picked a side, and you know why they picked a side? Because they heard a content creator. First, they listen to Ryan, and then the Haniacs listen to Devin and Bill and all them, right? And then they go to a boxing channel, and they hear a content creator give a narrative, and they run with it. They run with it, right? And then you come to my box, pause, and you want to say, I don't even know how to explain it, right? It's all unethical. None of it is proven. You guys are just saying whatever, right? You speak, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. We're going to get into, like, honestly, I don't, again, right? I love the engagement, but you gotta be intelligent enough to talk about something, right? You have to be. You just can't come in. It's like someone who just watched the fight for the first time on Saturday night. Maybe they watched Bam fight Estrada, and they want to come in and talk to somebody who's boxed their whole life, fought in the amateurs, fought in the Golden Gloves. I mean, I've been around gyms my whole life. I've watched boxing my entire life. My father was a boxer. His father was a boxer. I mean, it's a part of my genes at this point. My kids will probably become fighters at some point, and if they go professional, great. But it's in there. It is included in their DNA almost. So, I mean, I get it, right? Because it's like a fad, right? It's like a wave you riding, like, and you just want to be part of it. But trust and believe me, I will smoke you. You will literally get flamed messing around in my box, acting like you know something. You don't. I'm promising you, you most likely don't outwork me when it comes to this, and you're gonna get flamed. I'm telling you, it's the reason why when most of you, I ask you serious questions, you literally either go to like a racist thing or you get real belligerent. Like, I mean, I'm really not game to put nobody out there. I don't care to do that. But I mean, some dudes are even talking like you're not scared of me, a guy who wears a big chain and acts gangster on TV. I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never acted gangster on this channel ever in my life, so I don't know what you're talking about. But there's no reason to even say those things. There's no reason to even say it. It's very childish. So I ask you, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, think about what you're saying first, right? Like think about something intelligent to say, rather than have these goofy conversations. It's crazy. It really is. Like, honest to God, man. Anyway, you know now why I do this. It's mainly because I have a passion for the sport, and it's really for y'all. And at the end of the day, if this becomes something major, great, man. We could journey together down the road of boxing and talk truth, right? Not narratives. I'm not with the narrative. I'm not gonna buy into what Ryan and his side is saying. I'm not gonna buy into what Devin and his side is saying. We're gonna talk about the facts, right? The facts. And here's a fact that I'm set in stone now on, right? With Ryan Garcia, the antics are just like I don't understand how the world, right? I mean, I get the guy's entertaining, but when are you gonna stop, right? Listen, I made a video on helping the boy. I showed compassion for him, right? Said, yo, you know what? The world just needs to understand he's going through a lot. He's doing this, he's doing that. But you know what? I forgot to mention in that video, you just can't excuse stupidity, right? You just can't. And when someone uses these things as an excuse to behave this way, I gotta pull back. I'm only gonna talk about helping somebody or help somebody when you really want it. When you really want it, right? You can't. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, this is the second time Ryan's more than that. Actually, what am I talking about? He's come at more people in the game and upset more people in the game with the silly shit he says. Like Zab Judah, who just checked him on Instagram, right? And what's crazy about this is that when these things occur, these content creators will come out, take the conversation, and completely like try to get you to go a whole nother way with it, as if that's what really happened in the conversation. It's mind-boggling. It's so crazy. It's so I mean I've listened to so many content creators who posted the conversation with Zab and Ryan, and the direction they go with the conversation, like, oh, this is what Ryan said this, and he got Zab Judah to admit to this, and what? Are you guys for real? Yo, bro, I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. Listen, I give anybody who does this respect because I know what it takes to put in the work. But brother, y'all need to cut the rhetoric. It's crazy. Y'all looking like derelicts out here. It's crazy. You looking crazy out here talking the way you talking. Yo, bro, I've seen so many. I'm not going to put people out there, man. But yo, the reality of it is, when you come at dudes the way you coming at dudes, Ryan, you're going to get smoked, bro. You are. It's just a good thing that Zab Judah's an older dude, a little wiser. If you would have caught a younger Zab talking like this, rest assured the next boxing event you're at, he'd be at. But see, the difference is you walking around with 6'7", 6'8" bodyguards who will literally jump in front of you. Like, you're not ready to actually, like, back up what you say. The minute you talk about another man's wife, a matter of fact, before I even get into the whole talking about another man's wife, look at the video. You tell me what you got out of Ryan Garcia and Zab Judah speaking.
You know what I'm saying? You's a cool kid, man. I got a lot of liking for you, a lot of love for you, but the disrespect, bro, you know, I'm not even like that, bro. I don't disrespect none of y'all young fighters, none of y'all, you know, I commend all of y'all. I wish y'all the greatest. I wasn't, number one, you could never put me in, I didn't even come to y'all fight. I had an engagement the same day. So I wasn't even in New York. That's like,
I'm actually one of the people, I actually like you now. The thing is, I
understand liking, but no, respect, right. You said extra D. You said fuck me. No, you said extra D. Fuck me. Brian, I'm from Brooklyn, my nigga. I don't play that. I've never invited another man to my. Listen,
I'm from God. I'm from God.
I've never invited another man to my private parts, bro. I've never invited a man to my private parts. So I'm just saying to you, those are like.
I did.
Yes, you did. On the space, I was listening. Bro.
My bad.
That's disrespectful. I'm like, what?
My bad. My bad. I said pause. No Diddy. My bad. No, I apologize for that. I can apologize for that.
You know what, Ryan? You know.
What did you get? I'll tell you what I got, right? I'll tell you what I got. I got Zab, a very confused Zab, by the way, right? Because just prior to this, Zab just had Ryan Garcia on his podcast on Instagram. He had Mill City Boxing, he had Bill Haney, and he had Ryan Garcia on there, right? All four of them were on there, and they were having a conversation. The conversation consisted mainly, it was mainly between Bill and Ryan. I showed that in my last video. Bill was questioning Ryan about the PEDs, how it got in the system. I did very, very detailed breakdown about Ryan mentioning tablets when we never even heard about tablets, right? I heard a content creator take that conversation and say, oh, Bill admitted that Ryan Garcia didn't cheat. Where the hell that boy got that information? And when he played it and he broke it down, he said, right there. It was, bro, I shut it off immediately. I was so upset that I wasted my life. I don't even know, it was 7 or 8 minutes of my life watching that nonsense that it was stupid. It was dumb, bro. And he got views, mega views. Man, listen. Yo, I'm mind-boggled by this. It's crazy. It's crazy. But what I got from it, let's get back to what I got from it. What I got from that conversation was Zab Judah Not really. I don't think he even wanted to check Ryan, but just to kind of find out, like, yo, what's up with you? What's up with you? I thought we was cool. I just had you on my podcast. Bill, obviously questioned you on a few things, right? And then after being pressed so hard, Ryan disappears. His internet gives out, right? Now I'm sure Ryan must have felt like, oh, they set me up. You didn't have to come on the platform, bro. You didn't have to do that. Like a man, you came on there, but you sounded very unsure of what you were saying, and then you said something crazy. But never mind that. Let's move beyond that, right? Zab, in this conversation, that was the last conversation. In this conversation, he's addressing you on the tweets. He's addressing you on the tweets that you said about him, right? And then it's so crazy. You invite the man to you invite the man to your private areas or whatever you said. He checked you on. He said, yo, I've never invited a man to my private areas, whatever, la. And you said, I never said that. I never said that. He says, no, you did say that. I heard you say it. I was watching on such and such. And then you turn around, you're like, oh, yeah. Pause. No diddy. You right. My bad. Like, yo, when you gonna stop playing with dudes, bro? That is crazy. And when they check you, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand how these content creators somehow pulled out that you pulled a check move in that conversation. So crazy, bro. Like, yo, a grown man checked you on, yo, you need to watch yourself. He even told you, I like you, man. You're a cool brother. Like, yo, just chill out. He ain't with all that. Like, I mean, regardless of where Zab Judah's from, you don't play that with no man. No man. You go on to it's so crazy. You go on to talk about Jordan Plant and how you slept with her. And then you went down on Caleb Plant's side piece. And you wonder why Caleb Plant came at you at the tank fight?
Does that make you feel away, man? Ryan talking crazy and all that type of shit, or you just kind of letting it pass?
Yeah, I mean, somebody talking is just somebody talking, but, once you start talking about somebody's wife and, things of that matter, it makes it a little different. So, at the same time, I know he needs a lot of help, and if he keeps it up, I'm sure he'll get the help he's looking for.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Caleb, you be out here ready to smack people like it's crazy. You really like that.
I mean, I'm not looking to, but, I'm not looking to be bullied either, so neither is my wife.
Yo, I mean, you did the same thing with George Kambosos. And when George pulled your card, you said, can't anybody take a joke? But here you are saying, on Champ's side, on Instagram, right? Here you are saying, you don't lie. What else should you clarify? What do I lie about? You lie about everything. What are you talking about? Daily, I get to look at your tweets, and they're so erratic. Yo, guys, quick question, man. Just real talk. My fans, the people who support me, come back, see this. Are you boxing fans? I'm aware. I want you to go in the comment box after you see this and answer. Are you a boxing fan? And when I say boxing fan, I mean, do you watch every fight? Because there's different levels to this, right? Would you agree? Would you agree that there's different levels to being a fan? Maybe you like one boxer and you'll watch his fights. Like some people never really watched boxing back in the day unless it was Mike Tyson, right? Some people didn't watch boxing back in the day unless it was Roy Jones, right? Same thing with Mayweather, same thing with Canelo Alvarez, right? So there's levels to this, right? Do you watch every fight? Do you care to go to the forums and read, right? This is what I'm asking. Are you a fanatic? Or are you just a casual fan? Or are you just a fan of one fighter? I'm curious. I want the answer to that, right? Because if you're a Ryan fan, and just a Ryan fan, I know who you are. I can tell exactly who it is that's just Ryan fans. Because the minute you say anything decent about Haney's, they're down your throat. Same thing with the Haneyacks. The minute you say anything decent about Ryan Garcia or any compassion for him, Haneyacks all over you. It's sickening. And it's borderline, I don't even want to say that word. I shouldn't even say it. It is borderline like adolescent behavior. I have to use that because if I would have said the other word, I would have got a shit ton of backlash. But it is to the point where I think you got mush for brains. Straight up, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that sometimes I'm talking to somebody who's just got air in between their ears. I'm not even kidding with you. If Ryan Garcia, right, and I know it, right? If that is your hero, I want you to explain to me why. And I'm gonna be totally upfront with you, right? I like Ryan a lot. I think Ryan's a great fighter. I think if the kid took this a lot more serious, and I say it in every upload I do, I think he would be great. I think he's at least top 5 in at least 3 of those divisions that he could possibly fight in, anywhere between 147, 154, and 160, right? I think he's at least top 5. And could be even better if he put his head to it, right? But I want you to tell me why this is your hero. Why? I'm so curious about this. Because this is a man who I even forgave for coming in 3.2 pounds overweight. Forgave him because the Haneys accepted that. They made a bet on it, and then they accepted the payment for him coming overweight. Had to forgive it, right? Said, okay, that's what it is. He couldn't make the weight, right? Then this is a man who popped for PEDs. You can't tell me he didn't. That is a fact. He popped for PEDs. Can we all agree on that? Leave it in the comment box. Can we all agree that Ryan Garcia popped for Ostarine? If the answer is no, do not come back to my channel. You are obviously not a critical thinker, and you're somebody who's just going to be biased, and I just don't want you here. Let's talk facts. Did he or did he not pop for Ostarine? The answer I'm going to give you is a 100% yes. Even I gave him the benefit of the doubt and waited and reported on it to see how it got there. Can this kid provide us proof? I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was actually a Ryan supporter, thinking he even got me mixed up in the social media game and the conspiracy theories, thinking maybe somebody did set him up. You know why that happened? Because the Haneys do business with Victor Conte, right? But then, listen, I'm a smart guy. I'm not a dummy. I started thinking critically, like, well, you know what? If you do something for a living and you have a brand, now I know Victor Conte has crossed his line before, so when I say this, I need you to understand something. He's banned from all sports. There's only one sport he can make his money in, and it's this one. So do you think for a second time he's going to play that game and ruin his brand? A brand that not only Devin Haney uses, but Bam Rodriguez uses, Terrence Crawford uses, a whole gang of fighters use it. Athletes, period, use it, right? So, do you really think? I don't like Victor Conte either. I'm not a fan of the guy either. But do you really think? And after I ask this question, I'm gonna follow up with another. Do you really think that Victor Conte had anything to do with setting up Ryan and those PEDs? I'm gonna ask another question because when you take these tests, right? Ryan pees in a cup. He closes the lid. It clacks. Click, 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 right? A locking device. And then the tapes go over it where he signs. So any tampering with that, evidence-wise, it's going to show. Right? It's going to show, right? But let's just say the possibility is there. Let's just say the possibility is there that someone can tamper with it, right? Can't believe I have to do this. This is crazy. Let's just say that the possibility is there. Do you really think that it's Victor Conti who snuck into a room and did something? I don't know. Put some Austrian powder in his protein shake? Do you really think? Here's the other one I got. Here's the other one. Oh my goodness, man. So Scooter, who Ryan is obviously blaming for his popping the PEDs, right? Scooter gave him the products, right? The reason they're blaming Scooter, or the reason they have a reason to blame Scooter, is because back in 1998, Scooter did some work with, guess who? Zab Judah. So because they worked together one time back in 1998 to drain Zab for weight, right? To help him get prepared for a weigh-in, that created the narrative for you to say that Scooter set up Ryan because he's really good friends with Zab Judah. That's what you believe? Truly? Right. It's not the left hand, it's the right hand, right? Swearing the Bible, right hand to the sky. Is that truly what you believe? Because Zab didn't hire Scooter, right? The Haneys didn't hire Scooter, right? So what does Ryan say? Ryan says, no, my team hired Scooter, right? And this is, I'm going to play the clip for you.
Why would you take something if you don't know what it is?
I didn't know. Why wouldn't anybody? Okay, so if my team hires him and this guy's telling me he's legit, he's been in the game for X, Y, and Z, and this is gonna help me, and blah blah blah, but boom boom, and it's all certified and NCAC or whatever the fuck he said, certified. Why the fuck wouldn't I take something that I'm obviously I'm gonna take it if I'm like feel like I'm dying or being fair. Then I'm like, okay, let's do it. Okay, bro, I'm searching for you. You're trying to bait me into saying something stupid, but you're never gonna win because, bro, you just sound dumb, bro. You guys all sound dumb.
Ryan, you're suspended. You said. Listen, Ryan, I got real experts. Ryan, I don't have anything against you. You just lie every day. 1 minute you're telling the truth, 1 minute you're lying. 1 minute you're of Christ. 1 minute you're telling dudes that you're gonna fuck their wife. Which one is it? Ishay told you right. Ishay was right about what he said to you.
He says on Champ's side, right? He says, nah, my team's the one who hired him. And if my team's the one who hired him, tells me he's reputable and all this stuff, why am I going to question that? Right? I just took whatever he gave me. Of course I'm going to take it. I'll tell you why you question it, Ryan. Because it's not their career. They're not the ones fighting. They're not the ones who has to deal with what's going in the system. So if I'm a fighter and you're going to give me supplements, I'd like to know what it is you're giving me. Right? I want to know. Because this is, as you mentioned, the fight of your career. And they took it from you. And you're so upset about it. This is the fight of your career. You're saying that now after the fact of you winning. Right? Didn't you think that way before the fight? Wasn't you saying, no, this is the biggest fight of my career. I have to win it. There can't be any possibility that I could fail in this fight. I don't know. Let's just keep it a buck. Did you think that before you came into this fight? Because if you did think that, you took this awfully, like you did this very loosely, all ego. Like, no, I'm not even kidding you. You came in overweight. You came in overweight. You popped for a PED. Just recently, you mentioned tablets on an interview, which I hear no. Is that amazing to you? I hear no other content creator talking about the fact that Ryan said tablets. He said tablets were tested. When? Where? Where did tablets ever come in? How is NutraBio supercarb? Right, and I'm going to get into that too. How is NutraBio supercarb come in pill form? Explain that to me, because it's a protein shake. How does amino acid, any amino acid, you can get amino acid in pill form, but let me tell you, the ones that he got is powder, powder. So what tablets did your subconsciously you said tablets when you were under pressure of questioning. So again, I have to say allegedly, but I believe that you said tablets because subconsciously you remember using tablets. What is Ostarine? An oral drug, a tablet. I mean, I can't make this up. Go look it up. If you're such a boxing fan, go research. Go do your research and find out how you can get Ostarine. Comes in tablets and liquid. And all of it is oral. It's not an injectable. PED's not an anabolic. It's a PED, SARMs, right? Like I'm sure you guys do not do this kind of research. You don't do it. And I don't expect you to because you don't report this stuff. But to talk about it, you gotta know what you're talking about, right? So I just want to know, Ryan, how serious did you really take this fight? Because it seems like it's really bothering you that they took this. It seems like it's really bothering you that they convicted you of this, that they're blaming you for this. You're saying you didn't do it. I had all the faith in the world that you were going to be able to prove it. When you did the hair follicle, I was like, word, he's proving it, right? When your product's tested positive, word, he's proven it, right? But then it's so crazy, right? Because the company comes out and gets their lot number tested and none of their products, right, test positive, just yours, right? So you have to redact what you said, right? You can't say that it came from the company that way. They just tested their products, the whole entire lot number. So you hit the lottery. You got the only 2 bottles from 2 separate companies, NutriBio and I forget the other name of the other one, but they don't have anything to do with each other. So you are the only person in the world to get 2 separate bottles from 2 separate companies and they're both approved by the FDA, right? And just yours popped. Just yours. Also, then you say it was Scooter. Scooter gave them to you. Let's get into that too. So Scooter did. Let me just reiterate so everybody understands. If you go to Mill City Boxing and you watch the interview with Scooter in Mill City, Scooter explains everything in detail, right? Guess who else is there? Guess who else is on there, right? Which is why they get to talk this way. Zab Judah's there in that interview, right? Scooter's explaining, this is what happened. Like, he got nothing to hide. He says, no, I rehydrated Ryan with NutriBio, Supercarb, and the amino acid. He says it. So after Ryan, I want to get into clear picture detail with you. After Ryan did the salt baths, after he did the heat towels, rigorously for hours, 11 hours? 13 pounds in 11 hours is what this man, Scooter, was able to come in and do for Ryan. Ryan's team hired him, or Ryan hired him, for that specific reason because he wasn't going to make weight. That should tell you right away how serious Ryan took this up until the day of the fight. So literally, let's do some math, right? If he lost 13 pounds and he still came over 3 pounds, that means he was 16 pounds overweight the night before the fight. Now, you tell me, fans, you tell me how serious, how much this meant to Ryan. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Tell me how serious he took this. If this was his greatest fight, biggest achievement, why on the night before the fight, just hours before the weigh-in, are you 16 pounds heavier? Why do you need to go reach out to a specialist to help you drain the weight? You see, let's talk about that for a second, right? What Scooter does is come in and drain you of what we call water weight. That's not actual weight. That's water weight, right? It's the reason why when you do that, you feel dehydrated. You feel disgusting. You feel like you don't have the energy. You don't have the power. This is why Ryan said to Scooter, and you'll go to that interview if you want to do the research yourself. I doubt you will, but go do the research and watch Mill City Boxing. This is why Scooter said I had to rehydrate him with my products. Notice the key word. He says, my products. You know what that means? Let me explain what that means. When a professional nutritionist, a specialist who helps you drain the weight, comes to a fighter, right? When you're seeking someone out with that kind of skill, and they come to your home or your hotel room or your gym, wherever it is they go, they come with their personal products. Guess what else they do? When they leave, they take their personal products with them. So we're going to get into what Ryan's saying about Scooter gave me the products, and those 2 products that Scooter gave him, right, that those are the ones that popped for the Austrian. Fair enough, right? Can we all agree that so far I'm being fair? I'm being fair, right? I haven't said anything that isn't true. So Scooter admitted to giving him the products. Super fact, go check it out yourself. But Scooter takes his products with him back home. Back home, okay? You know how we know this? Scooter didn't leave his products there like Ryan wants you to believe, right? So we're going to have to find out how Ryan's legal team got those 2 same products, right? We're going to go deep into this. How they got the 2 same products and sent them in to be tested, and they popped. When, here comes the key, when Ryan's legal team reached out to Scooter to send them the products, they said, Scooter, can you send us the products you used to rehydrate Ryan? Scooter said, no, I'm not going to do that. You know why he said that? I'm going to say it again. I said it in my last, I'm going to say it again. He did that to protect himself. He did that to protect his brand. Scooter, Dave Scooter, has been in the world of boxing doing this as a specialist for many, many years. Many years. Do you know what 1998 was? You know what 1998? We're talking about almost, what was that, 30 years almost? Damn near. Right? And he's been in the boxing game even before that. So, you're telling me that a guy who's been in the game for 30 years has a great reputation. Everybody loves the guy so much that they seek him out to do this. He's going to put his name and his brand on the line, his reputation on the line for this guy, for Ryan? That's what you're saying? That's what you believe? Keep it real. That's what you believe. Just say it. Just put your hand. That's what I believe. No problem, right? I'm just curious, though. If he didn't send those products to Ryan's team, right? So crazy that I have to do this. If he didn't send them to Ryan's team, how did Ryan get the same products that popped? How did that happen? Right? But remember, he said tablets. Those are not tablets, right? So again, I'm going to reiterate. Ryan was trying to drain the weight so he could make weight, and he stopped. He told Scooter, "I can't do it no more. My body can't take it." Right? He said, "I can't do it." Stop, Scooter. He said, "I'll just pay the fine." Go look at what Scooter says. Go look at it. I'm not making things up. Mill City Boxing. Real easy. Go watch the whole interview. If you're a real fan, you'll do it. You come in my boxes and talk like you're a real fan. So if you're a real fan, you'll go do it. Right? We can put this all to bed right now. We don't have to continue with this stupidity. We don't. It's real simple stuff. Right? So I just want to know, how did Ryan get those? Let's assume, right? Let's assume that Ryan's legal team, right? Let's assume Scooter sent the same ones he used to Water. Let's assume that's what the case is, right? Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. You know more than me. I don't know, right? Let's assume that's what happened and those products popped, right? Wouldn't you say? Let's just think about this for a second. If Scooter had them in his possession the whole time, he said, "I'm not sending it to Ryan's legal team, but I'll send it to Water," and he sends it to Water and they pop, wouldn't Ryan be cleared of this? There wouldn't be a conviction, right? They would have said, "Oh, you didn't do it intentionally. Oh, your specialist is admitting to giving you these products. He sent them in, they tested. We got an explanation. I'll wait, y'all. I'll wait. I got all the time in the world. Shit, it's damn near midnight. I could wait. You tell me how those products popped, right? So essentially what you're saying is the last fighter Scooter used those products where he should be popping too, right? Right? Nobody's talking about that, no? Maybe the next one he uses those products with, they should pop too, right? Right? I mean, you've already said, that you think he did this. Scooter did this because he's very good friends with Zab Judah. There's no doubt that he knows Zab Judah. Guess who else he knows? Everybody else in boxing. Everybody else in boxing. The man has been in the boxing world for 30 years. So, I'm so crazy, man. Like, yo, are you saying that everybody Scooter worked with, shouldn't they pop too? If he's that dirty of a guy, if he's that schemy of a dude? Y'all are just incredible, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy what I'm hearing. And you know, if you're listening to me and you're watching me, you know exactly who I'm talking to. All y'all who watch, you probably watch some content creator. You heard one story. You watched the fight. You heard one story. You came out and you know the whole thing. You know it. It's right here. It's right here. You cannot be budged from what you know. So wow. So again, why is there conviction? Why did the WBC and the New York State Athletic Commission convict this guy? Why? Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's because he never reported the 2 products that he was using to the New York State Athletic Commission. That's why. Right. Not because there was PEDs in the system. Y'all want to argue that wasn't a plea bargain that he took for a lesser charge, even though we sit here and explain to you that in real court, which that is a real court, it's just a sports court, right? I mean, I don't know, right? In real court, when you have a charge, like, let's say attempted murder, right? Let's say you sold some, I don't know, let's just use any serious charge, and you plead not guilty. Well, for a little while, they investigate. Then they come back and they say, we're going to offer you this, right? And a lot of the times when they offer you something, it's most likely because they feel they don't have that strong of a case. True indeed, 100%, right? But let's address the fact that the WBC made an open statement, published. Go look at it. They said, we don't want to punish Ryan Garcia harshly and give him the max. We want to help him. You know what that's called? That's called sympathy. You know why they're showing sympathy? Because they really feel like he needs the help. There's something more going on here than just him doing the PEDs. And they know it. And the reason they offered it is because they knew the truth and they could prove it, right? So that little explanation that Ryan gave when he was having that conversation with Bill Haney on Zab Judah's podcast, and you can go back and check that out too. Guys, do your research. Go on Instagram if you want to go to Zab Judah's page, his official page. You can watch the whole thing right there. I'm sure at this point you go on YouTube and just type it in Zab and Ryan, right? Or Zab, Bill, Mill City, and Ryan. It'll come up. And Ryan says, they ask him, well, why you plead out, man? You admitted it to the New York State Athletic Commission, the WBC admitted it. He goes, no, you know why? Because they were still going to, they told me that no matter what, even if I was found innocent, they were still going to suspend me. Pause for a second. Quick question. I'm sorry, I just need to ask this question. Do you, and I'll wait for the answer, does anybody in the whole United States, have you ever met anybody who was found innocent and was still punished? I need to rewind that, don't I? This is for the slow ones, right? Let me, I'm sorry guys, let me do this for you. if the judge, oh, where is my mallet? Oh boy, I wish I had that, because I'd use it for a different purpose at this moment, right? If the judge clacks his mallet and says, innocent, right? You've been found innocent by your peers, or, you came to, if any situation where the judge finds you acquitted of all charges, I don't know, there's no punishment to be given. So Ryan, if you were going to be found innocent, right, why would you take a plea bargain? He goes, that's why I took it anyway, man. I just took it anyway. Bro, this is you guys' hero. This is the guy you guys look up to. The guy who says he's had sex with Caleb Plant's wife, Jordan Plant. The guy who said and then comes out and says, I'm sorry, I was just joking, because now she's suing him. She's suing him. It's going to be a tough case, right? Because, to sue anybody is a tough case. But he did the same thing with George Kambosos and his wife. And he claimed he was lying about that too and was just joking. Just joking. When is it enough? When do you stop? Right? Even I made a sympathy video for you that they gave me shit about. Right? They came on my box and said, he's a grown man. He's a grown man. Ain't nobody showing him no sympathy. And you know what? At this point, I agree with those people. At first, I debated them a little bit. Said, you know what? He really does have issues. This kid got a lot going on. He's obviously an alcoholic. His mother's got cancer. Such and such and such and such. He's being accused for this. I gave you, I was there. And I gave you that rope. I gave you enough leeway to try to prove yourself to me, to the world. Right? You don't know me. You don't got to prove nothing to me, but for yourself, for your family, for your pride, for the love of boxing, your career, listen, man. Listen, even it goes further than that. People like Eddie Hearn who come out and say, you know what? I really feel for the boy. He needs help. And I hope he gets it. Nobody wants to see anything bad happen to Ryan, and something bad is going to happen. That's what he says. And he tells Eddie to go F himself. Now, I don't need no help, but he tells Eddie, you do with your fighters. And it's listen, man, we're talking about a punk. Even in his tweets where he says, I'm not perfect. Everybody thinks they're perfect. I'm only 25 years old. He admits to being only 25 years old. He admits it. But then later will come out and say he's smarter than everybody else. He's got these visions of bro, do I even got to go into that? Do I even got to go into the visions and the Jesus Christ's and it's funny because half the people that are following this wave, if someone came up to you in the street and started talking about Jesus and hand you a Bible and said, yo, you know what, why don't you come to church with me? I believe you need a healing. I believe you need a saving. You would walk away. You wouldn't even want to have the conversation. But because Ryan's doing it, it's the wave on the internet and you want to ride that way, you're so fake. You're so fake. So fake. I can't stand y'all. I'm going to be real. I can't stand y'all. That is the fakest of the fake. I just can't do it. I don't rock that way. If you're on this channel, get out. I don't even want you here. If you subscribe to me, take it back. Tonight, if I saw 25 less, I would be thankful that the people that I'm talking about, you actually listened to what I said and took it serious and say, I'm out of here. I don't support this guy. Take it back. Get out. You're not serious. You don't love a Jesus Christ. You're not very serious about a God that you pray to. You are a follower. You follow this man who has disrespected his sport, disrespected his family, disrespected himself, disrespected the WBC, disrespected promoters, disrespected other men's families and wives. Listen, do I have to even go any further? I actually even said in one of my videos that I thought that the punishment was fair. I said, yeah, a year, that's fair. You know what? Most fighters take off a year anyway. Most fighters, you know what? After fight, he already fought once this year. Most fighters fight 1 year. Once a year, take the rest of the year off. Maybe twice a year, take the rest of the year off. So when he comes back, all he's got to do is give a clean urine and he's back. He's back. Like he never left. But you know what? I don't like this in boxing. This isn't, and I don't care what he says. I don't care if he says, well, you guys accepted it from Mike Tyson. You guys accepted it from Mayorga. Nah. During those times, Ricardo Mayorga smoking a cigarette and smacking Shane Mosley's wife's ass, and nobody respected that. Everybody was cheering once Mosley rocked him. Cheered like, yes, he got it. The stupid ass dude who comes up here thinking he's a tough dude. I can't tell you how many times my old guy acted so tough, said stupid stuff, and got beat up by De La Hoya, by Trinidad, Shane Mosley. Do I need to go any further? It's like, yo, you're wilding. Same thing with Mike Tyson. The very dude when he said he was going to eat Lennox Lewis's children and all the rest of the rhetoric, right? What happened in that fight? Boom, rocked him. So we have the difference of the narrative here, right? The dude who's doing these antics, and yeah, you actually did your thing in there. And again, I'm going to go out to say that I don't believe that the little bit. Again, I'm being fair and neutral. I just don't like your behavior. I don't like what you do. I don't like it. It's whack, son. It's whack. You are talking about dudes you have nothing to do with. Caleb Plant. Listen, I actually think if you fought Caleb Plant, he would dust you. He would flame you. The only thing that I would think that Caleb could get caught with is that super fast left. You would have to. You know who else you disrespected? You disrespected Derek James, man. Do you know how lucky you are to have a trainer like that? And of course he's gonna take you on because you're paying top dollar for him. But Derek James has integrity. I wouldn't be surprised if Derek James said, you know what, man, I'm kind of done with this dude, man. I don't want to associate myself with that. Not all money's good money. It's not. Ryan, I like you. I like you a lot. Just like Zab said, I like you a lot. I think you're a smart kid that's just doing real dumb shit. Like, honest to God. And you're disrespecting the sport. You're disrespecting these dudes out here. Like, and then you redact what you say. If you're gonna say something, stand on it. Right? Like that's my motto. If you're gonna claim something, stand on it. I don't know, man. That's, first of all, I'm not even trying to get gangster. Like some of y'all said it. That's stupid, bro. That is dumb, bro. That's just a man thing. Any man, if you say something, stand on that. Don't redact it after and be like, oh yeah, you're right. No Diddy. That stupid ass shit. That's crazy, bro. That's wild boy shit, man. I don't even, and you got me wilding here because I really shouldn't even be talking like this on here. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of the comments. I'm tired of like giving you that rope and giving you the benefit of the doubt when really all you're doing is spitting in some of our faces. You don't even care. You don't care that you didn't get that belt. You didn't care if you won that belt. You didn't care if you actually got this victory because nobody's ever going to forget it. It's there for life. So for you, that lives on. So you take nothing serious, right? And that's a shame because honestly, I don't think he's ever going to really feel the heat from this. He's going to come back in a year. And he's going to fight again. And you know what? I hope you're on some serious shit. I hope you come back and really fight, really train, really. But if you're still going to be on this, yeah, I don't care. I could do this. I could do that. And, you know, I could smoke and drink and whatever. I'm still going to whoop this dude's ass. I really do. If you really acting like that, I really do. Whoever it is you fight, I hope they whoop your ass. I hope they mop you, sleep you, so you can finally be humbled. Because that is just, it's disgusting. The behavior is disgusting. And I honestly didn't even think I was going to get this far into it, but emotions just come out. When you're disrespecting something I love so much, and I give you the benefit of the doubt, and you just continue to just be disrespectful and spit in our faces, and I don't even know how to defend you anymore. You even got rid of your legal team. I really wonder what happened there. You got rid of your legal team and blamed it because they're very good friends with Al Heyman? What? The very people who just saved your ass from getting maybe a lifetime ban, because I almost have this funny feeling that they know the truth. And you said the word tablets, not me. You said it, right? I have the funniest feeling they know the absolute truth, and they took it so easy on you because of what you're going through. I believe you had something way harsher coming. Maybe not a lifetime ban, but you had something way harsher. Because if they could have proved to the world that you did this intentionally, and that's why they weren't even talking about intent. They said, oh, no, we're going to lower that charge to a lesser charge for you. You took a plea bargain, so just because you didn't report those two products to us. Wild boy stuff, man. And y'all believe that. Y'all believe that. Why did you let go of your legal team, Ryan? Why? I'm so curious. It can't be because they're good friends with Al Heyman. They've been friends with Al Heyman when they were representing you. You didn't think about that either before you hired them? Bro, nothing you say makes sense at all. At all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What did you pay them all that money for if you thought they were going to be against you in the first place? Like, what? Like, were you not happy with the decision you made, what they were able to negotiate? Right? Did you? I really feel like we're dealing with an entitled little boy. That's what I feel like. I feel like we're dealing with a little brat, entitled little boy. And he's just running around here, trolling, and y'all buy it. You buy it, you love it, and of course, right, I actually think, you know what, Ryan, I'm going to be honest with you, your fans, I don't really think they're your fans because they love you. I think they're your fans because they're waiting to see the worst of you, the downfall. That's why you got that big of a following, because you do stupid shit online. And what does everybody love? Stupid shit online is funny. Oh my God, he just did this again. And he got a little victory here. He's a genius, right? But they're waiting for your downfall. That's really what's going on here, bro. You don't really have friends. You have people using you because you don't know how to behave yourself. You don't know how to conduct yourself or act accordingly. And it's why you're saying online that you're not really a family guy. Yeah, of course family, when you're rich like that, can take advantage of you. But guess whose job that is to make sure that don't happen? Yours. Guess whose job it is to make sure that they come in clean in a fight and able to achieve great things in their sport or whatever they do for life is yours. This all comes down to you. I'm sorry. Some people ain't even going to like what I say because it's truth. It is truth at the end of the day. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you, but because you don't, these little kids out here, these dudes at 25, 26, 20, they don't want truth. You don't know, none of these kids out here who are doing these stupid things in the streets want to be told, don't do that. They don't want to hear the OG say, yo, don't do that. It leads down a road you ain't gonna like, right? Because you know why? Because they haven't experienced it yet. And you learn through your experiences. So, of course, the kid who hasn't experienced it is going to say, oh, gee, stay out of my way, man. I'm doing my thing. What a hypocrite you are. You did yours, right? But they trying to school you. They trying to let you know. Stop acting a fool. I don't walk that path before. You don't have to go down that way. Let me tell you about it. But y'all so, you know what, I'm not even going to get on that level with you. You know why? You don't deserve it. You really don't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. That's what I have for you, man. I can't believe y'all consider this dude your hero. I can't believe, instead of trying to help the dude and give him, everybody just say, yo, listen, man, you really need to get some help. You guys are aiding this kid on, and it's doing nothing but, I believe what Eddie Hearn said. I think something nasty is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen to this kid because he's out of control. I don't wish that on him, but I don't doubt it. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I got for you. Your man Manolo Live and Direct. Yo, listen, thank you again for supporting me. Thank you for commenting. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Comment if you like the content. Please, if you're going to comment, do it intelligently. We can have conversations. Just do it right. I'm out.